There were some 300 migrants in the Libyan detention camp Abu Isa. Agum Buhari is the only one left behind. For those running the camp, it was simply too difficult to have him moved along with everyone else. The Nigerian was shot in the leg 6 months ago and since then hasn't been able to walk.
They rushed me to hospital. Since that time, they didn't do the operation. I was surprised to find myself back in prison again. I'm confused for everything. So they just thought.
Mattresses, blankets, pillows, all of the camp's inventory is going to be burnt over the next few days. The camp has often been attacked by armed groups over the past few months. The walls are pockmarked with bullet holes. The militia kidnap migrants and then sell them to Libyan traffickers. Buhari remembers the last attack, which was just a few weeks ago.
Everybody was trying to rush out, to move out of the prison. But I saw one person, lying on the ground. The shot started to die.
At the beginning of 2016, Buhari tried to get to Europe on a trafficker's boat, like the 400,000 other migrants who risked the hazardous crossing this year. But the boat was stopped by the Libyan Coast Guard, and Buhari, along with the other passengers, was taken to a detention camp. More than 4,500 Africans have died trying to cross the Mediterranean this year, but nobody really knows the exact number of drowned. In the mortuary at the main hospital in Tripoli, there isn't any room left for bodies. Regulations say post-mortems have to be carried out on all the corpses of the deceased migrants, including the children, before they can be buried. But the mortuary is overworked. Most of the bodies are labeled identity unknown. They keep on bringing us illegal migrants. Many of the corpses have been in the water for a month or so. When I try to move them, they disintegrate, and their innards come gushing out. Some corpses are so bloated they explode. How am I supposed to put up with this? Red Crescent worker Sadek Jiash wants to give the remains of the unidentified migrants a final resting place. But many devout Libyans don't want the migrants buried in their graveyards. So Jiash found a plot of land for a separate cemetery. It lies next to an oil refinery, 30 kilometers from the coastal town of Zuwara. Nobody else wanted it. We really ought to be making a better job of this. We need more appropriate burial rites, deeper graves, and proper headstones. Sometimes we just have to bury them in a mass grave. So far, 1,753 people have been buried in Jiash's cemetery. More come in every week. Just 40 kilometers from the graveyard, a boat full of migrants has just left Sabratha to risk the dangerous crossing to Europe. A few possessions have been left behind on the beach. Perhaps they will end up being all that remains of their passengers.